February 2, 2026. This is day 33 of 365 days of our Abundant Life series. Today's topic title, God says, I have set out a feast for you. John chapter 6 verse 53. Jesus said again, I tell you the truth, unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you cannot have eternal life within you. In today's world, it is cool to embark on a spiritual search, yet it is uncool to find me. But you have not only searched for me, you have found me and partaken of me. True belief in me is feasting on Christ, which is the most profound experience of the human soul. It's not enough to be inspired by Christ's beautiful life. You must find a feast of satisfaction in his substitutionary death. You must savor his death as your life. It is not just the example of Christ's life that you need to follow. It is Christ's death you must feast on. While his life may inspire you, only his death can liberate you. This is the continental divide in the life of the soul, the place where so many flounder and fall away. Christ must become as much a part of you as that which you eat. There must be a daily partaking, ingesting him into your life. For today's reflection, yung Bible verse na John 6:53, no, it's part of the bread of life discourse. So it emphasizes that true spiritual life comes only through accepting and believing in his sacrifice, thus the flesh and blood. So, di ba, true belief, it says, God says, true belief in me is feasting on Christ, which is the most profound experience of the human soul. So, hindi siya yung literal hindi siya literal na consumption of yung flesh, but it's it's accepting and believing in his sacrifice. So, Jesus Christ, flesh and blood, di ba nga, he sacrificed himself, he died, and then the resurrection. Because it says nga na, yeah, we can be, while Jesus Christ's life inspire us, but only his death can liberate us. So, yung act of yung sacrifice na, when he died in the cross for us, that's the only way he can only liberate us. And it only happened when we accept and believe in his sacrifice. So kaya nga meron tayong ginagawa na communion, di ba? Communion, or sa Bisaya, kalawat. Lagi nga sinasabay, in remembrance of me, ganyan. So that's why we do the communion, in remembrance of God's sacrifice, Jesus Christ's sacrifice. Then we accept and eat yung sa communion, yung wine and yung bread. So that represents his flesh and blood. So, well, anyways, I'll just leave that to the expert, no, sa mga pari, sa mga pastor, yung about sa Eucharist, mga communion. Sila yung mas magaling mag-explain on that part ba. But in my case, I'll just focus on yung sa spiritual meaning, yung eating and drinking na spiritual meaning ba. So, hindi siya literal lang na kung ano yung kinakain natin. Like, panay kain natin ng baboy, yan, high risk of high blood. Panay inom ng kape, ayan, naging nervyosa na. So, it's the same with God, no? What we eat, you are what you eat ba? Kumbaga, if we accept God, we also have to feed our life with everything about him. Kasi kung ano yung nakikita ng ating mga mata, ano yung mga naririnig ng ating tenga, it really contributes a lot din kasi on how we grow on our spiritual journey.